What's up, everybody? This is Cole Miller,
And Taylor Hafer.
and we're going to show you how to solve story problems with quadratic equations. A ball is shot into the air from the edge of a building 50 feet above the ground. Its initial velocity is 20 feet per second. The equation h equals negative 16t squared plus 20t plus 50 can be used to model the height of the ball after t seconds. How long does it take for the ball to hit the ground? Alright, so the ground is when h equals 0. So we need to figure out at what times t does h equal 0. So let's replace h with 0 and solve for t. So everything in our equation is divisible by 2, but let's divide it by negative 2 to get rid of the negative, and so we can simplify things. So we'll get 0 equals 8t squared minus 10 minus 25. 10t minus 25. So now we're going to have to use the quadratic formula to solve for when t makes h equals 0. But before we can do that, let's assign our terms a, b, and c. So let's make 8a, negative 10b, and negative 25c. So just as a refresher, let's go over the quadratic equation real quick, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Alright, so now let's plug in our terms, a, b, and c. So we're going to get 10, because negative 10 is positive 10, plus or minus the square root of negative 10 squared minus 4 times 8 times negative 25 all over 2 times 8. Alright, this will simplify down to 10 plus or minus the square root of 900 over 16, which then simplifies again to 10 plus or minus 30 over 16. So when we do 10 plus 30, we get 40 over 16, which will simplify to 5 halves. And when we do 10 minus 30, we're going to get negative 20 over 16, which simplifies to negative 5/4. But since we're not going back in time, we're not going to use negative 5/4 because there's no such thing as negative time here. So our real answer is 5/2 seconds. So let's plug this back into our original equation for t to prove that when t equals 5/2 seconds, h will equal 0. So to prove this, let's go to the next slide. So let's do h, which is 0, equals negative 16 times 5/2 squared plus 20 times 5/2 plus 50. Alright, so after some quick simplification, we get that the answer is going to be negative 100 plus 50 plus 50, which equals 0. So now we've proven that 0 equals 0. So we now know that when our t is 5/2, our h is 0. Alright, thanks for joining us, and good luck on your quadratic equation problems.